Hi, it's Debbie Donovan from Londonderry, New Hampshire with Be Happy Cards and Crafts. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do the craft part of our business instead of a card. And one of my favorite crafts is making wreaths, and this is one of the wreaths. It's kind of hard to get it in camera because it's a big wreath. It's a 24-inch wreath. We're going to do a little twist on this one, working with the same materials but a different style. I'm going to put that over here. This will probably be a two-part video because it takes a little while, and I started the wreath early, but I want to show you some of the tools that I use. Right here, this is an option that you don't need, but it makes it so much easier. This is a Deco Mesh holder. I use 10-inch Deco Mesh, and I bought this from Tranquility Designs on Etsy. And it holds the Deco Mesh so that you can pull it out and cut it. And I have a cutting board down on the, I always have it on my tables. My tables, all four tables have them. They're covered with them just because it's easier for us to use them if we're gonna cut with our rotary cutters, which is our rotary cutter. Then you're going to need scissors, and some wire cutters. These wire cutters and this is a hole punch for metal signs I got from hardworkingwoman.com and hardworkingmom.com. I knew it didn't sound right, and that's where I get a lot of my ideas from. She's on YouTube, and she also has a shop, so it's Hardworking Mom Shop. Just hardworking mom hardworking mom. I can't say it today. Hardworking mom shop. Just type that in, it'll bring it up, and you can go and shop on her shop. Also, she's got this tool here, which is an awesome Deco Mesh tool, and I'll show you how to use that. She's got a patent pending on this. And then down here, I wanted to show you her other tool I got that she's got a patent on it, pending on it, is called a comb. It's, I have my ribbon wrapped around it. I think I need to wrap it around again. Let me see how many I have. I have 1, 2. It makes the cutting so much easier. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so I have my ribbon down in a box on the floor. So 6. And you just slide it through the little where you want it. It has measurements on the side, and I'm doing 12-inch. So this is 6, 7, 8. All I'm doing, my ribbon's a little twisted. 8. of there. And then 9. Usually I use 4 different ribbons for each wreath that I make, and that's where one of the expenses come in. I'll show you. And the wreath, I'm going to cut it on the end here. Actually, I'll turn you down now so that it's easier for you to see. Before I turn you down, I just wanted to show you the, because it's easier to be back. This is red. We're using a tan one, but this is called the work wreath. This is what the wreath forms that I use. They already have the pipe cleaners on here for you. But what I like about them is they're not flat. They have about a 2-inch, it's 2.5-inch rise on them right here, so you can get a lot of fluff. It doesn't squish your fluffiness on your bows. So I'm gonna put that over here because my cats like it. And I'm gonna just see if I can bring me up on Facebook. Yeah. Okay. So let me turn you down because I have you up high, so I'm hoping you can see everything. And I'm going to do you on an angle today so that you can see the pieces I'm using. I need to talk louder. I have you on an angle today so that you can see the pieces that I'm using. So the cone here for the ribbon, like I said, it has slots in it at the top, and you just wind your ribbon. You can do 2 at a time, and then when you're done, you just slide your ribbon off. And it's cutting out material, board. Cutting out material board is what it stands for. But it has a 10-inch, an 11-inch, a 12-inch, 13, and then 14 is that if you use the very top, which you can. And like I said, I use 12-inch most of the time because of the wreaths that I make. And it's wooden, it's thick, it's very durable. So I'm going to put that away so that it's not in my way. And what I do now is I just go through the middle and I cut both ends. My scissors are getting a little dull. I need to get another pair. I could sharpen these actually, but I didn't realize I would have my, and you fold it, and you're gonna cut towards, from the back, towards the wire edges. This is wired ribbon, that's what you want to use. And you can cut through several layers. which is what I'm doing. I'm just hoping they're be all centered. You could fix them later if they're not. I covered my trash with the wreath, so I'm gonna have to just put this over here, because I have to watch my wreaths. My cats like them. I like to chew on the edges like they do our Christmas tree. And I sell my wreaths, so I keep them up high so they can't get them. So I already have my other ribbon cut, which is butterflies, and then black and white. This is a 2.5 inch ribbon. And I started putting the ribbon on. This is the other ribbon that I use, and because of the sign that I'm using, excuse me, my allergies are terrible right now. The sign that I'm using has a butterfly and sunflowers on it, and so I really like the butterfly, and I like the black and white. Usually I would put the smaller ribbon on top, but I'm putting it underneath. And you can still see it, and it looks really good. I think it looks really good. The tools, we'll get back to the tools now because I showed you those ones. Where's my sign? Oh. So you'll need ribbon for your thing. It comes in rolls of 10 yards. This is the 2.5 inch 10 yard. This is the 1.5 inch, and this is 50 yards, and you get a savings on this. And I have several signed wreaths that I'm going to be making that use this ribbon, so I bought the 50 yard roll on it. Because if you're gonna buy 2 rolls of it, it's just like $2 more to get 50 as opposed to getting 20 yards. This is the sign. Let's see if I can get it without I bought it on Etsy. I'm sorry I don't remember the Etsy store I purchased it from, but I bought 2 of them because I liked them so much. It says, "Have faith and sunshine in your soul." And I just liked how the butterfly was on one side, and then the butterfly shape is all sunflowers. I love sunflowers. My friends and I are going to the Sunflower Festival in Lee on Sunday in Lee, New Hampshire, so we get to see fields of sunflowers. Now you will need Deco Mesh. You'll need 2 rolls of 10-inch by 10 yards. And you'll need to cut it for the curls, and for the ruffles, you'll need to cut it at 30 inches. And this is the first one we're using, this black, and it's like a burlap color with the black and white edges. See that? I love this mesh. I have this. This is one I'm using for my own Christmas wreath that I'm making. And then the other one is another, it's sparkly. I love sparkles. And it's yellow and it has a white going through it. And a gold thread going through it. So that's really pretty. And that's 30 inches. So you cut those 30 inches, and then we have curls to add in when we do the bows. And these are 8 inches. And I want to show you another tool that I use. Not with this, but it's on another design. I have a Bowdabra here. It's a nice tool to use. And one of the things that I do is when I'm making a wreath that has the just the curls, like I'm going to be making 2 Grinch wreaths for our dining room, because we're doing our kitchen and dining room, our open concept, and we're decorating it all in the Grinch theme this year for Christmas. So I'm going to make 2 Grinch wreaths, and I think the curls will be the best way. And this is a lot easier than holding it in your hand, and then you just put your ribbon down in. You gather your ribbon together, put your ribbon down in, and then you're able to just pull it up and put it on the wreath. But these curls are going to be used for my wreath that I'm doing today. Also, a weaving needle. You can see that. It's a long needle that has a large hole in it, and it's plastic, and you can get that by Wreath by Dawn, I believe is her name, on Etsy. But it's like weaving, like if you're weaving something in and out. And that's to put the signs on. And then you'll need wire. This is floral wire. It's 26 gauge. And you buy it on a paddle at any craft store. And you'll see the higher the number, the skinnier the wreath. Not the wreath, the wire. Sorry. So I think those are all the tools. Well, and if I'm making a bow, which I'm not making a bow for this, but I do have a cat. There's one of them. Mia, get down. Down. So that's Mia. This is my bow maker that I use. It's the Deluxe Easy Bow Maker, and it makes beautiful bows. It's hard to get it on here to show you. but you can put your ribbon spool here, and then you can use, this is what you use to make the bow, and it's got all the numbers here for the inches. So I'll probably show you a bow next week. Okay, so we don't need these. I do need this and this. And my ribbon because it's on my feet. So here's the wreath. I've already started it. I've got several of my ruffles on and a couple ribbons. This is the bottom layer, and I'm alternating them instead of doing on the other wreath that I showed you. I did the bottom all with the tan and black and butterflies, and then I did the top layer with the gold and the sunflowers. And I thought I'd like to see more of the butterflies, so I want to mix it all in this time, so I'm alternating. So what you do is, as you've seen the work wreath, it comes, and they're all flattened against here, and what you want to do is you want to just pull them all open, and then you want to just open them up to work on it. So I did that, and you just leave the top flat like it is, but just do the whole bottom like that. So I've done that, and then I take, and my next color is going to be the black and tan. And you're just gonna take and fold it over about an inch is what I do, and just fold it down, and then you take this wonderful tool, because before my wreaths were so crooked, but now they're perfect. Well, not perfect, but as perfect as they can be. And all you do is you walk it with your fingers, you're just pushing the back. And see, I'm going a little crooked. I just straighten it out. And you're just pulling it all through into, it's kind of making like accordion pleats, like when you were a child in school, the paper you used to accordion pleat. That's what you're causing this to do inside the ruffle. Then I usually just lean against it, make another fold here, so it's taking care of most of the raveling pieces. And I tuck that under, and I just pinch it and just pull it out, and I go to the next one. Let's trying to see if this part so that you can see. And then I'm going to twist it twice. I tighten it really tight, and I twist it twice, but then I take it, I lift up the gold ruffle from the previous ruffle, and I match it with this ruffle. Just match the edges as close as possible. You know, they're not perfectly matched. And I walk them together. This is something Hardworking Mom is the one I learned how to do it from. Her name is Lori Jacobs. So if you like wreaths, I suggest watching her on YouTube. She does Facebook Lives as well, and YouTube Lives at the same time. I don't know how she does that. She has a system that she can do it with. And then the last ruffle is going to be gold. And usually I do all my ruffles first. And again, you just try to keep it down, going down the center. It does attach itself to the wreath a little bit if you get too close, because the edges have little pieces that stick out. And again, I'm at the edge, gonna fold it over, slip it in, pull it out, put it in here. Because this is the last one, I'm going to have 2 ruffles. Two sides to do. So, again, just pull them up. It just makes a fluffier wreath. And I don't know if you've seen, I posted a picture of a flamingo wreath that I made that we're putting in our pool yard. It came out really cute, so I'm going back because it didn't match all the way. They're the same length, so they should match. It's just some parts get tighter than the other. Yeah. So that's that one. And then this one. This is the tedious part of making the wreath, is doing the ruffly part or matching the ruffles up. That's why I did most of the bottom, so you only had to watch a little bit of it. So hopefully you understand what I'm doing. Okay, and now I'm going to go back here where I have my flowers, and I'm going to take, where I have my ribbon, I mean already done. And I'm going to take that curl that I made and the sunflower ribbon. And on the ribbon, you fold it in half. And then you just kind of gather it in your fingers. Kind of makes like a bird. But then because I know it's the bottom, I kind of bring it down like a V, an inverted V. And you're going to put that down, and you're going to bring it down as far as it can go. Twist it. And then you take your wires and cut it off short, and then you just bend it over. And I'll do the next one. And then I'll do the rest of them for next week, so that we can finish the top. With the, I'll have the wreath finished with the top, but I'll show you how to put the sign on and the sunflowers. Because I know it's hard to just sit there and watch someone make a wreath. That goes slow. I don't go as fast as Lori does. Lori makes our whole entire wreath in a half hour. But she's been doing it for years, and I've only been doing it for a few months. And I do sell my wreaths on Etsy, which I will put our Etsy link on the, because both of these wreaths will be available for purchase on Etsy. My daughter usually wants all the wreaths, but I told her she can't have all of them. I've let her keep one of them so far, and then the flamingo I made specifically for her. And I have a butterfly wreath that I'm making for her in colors that match your room. It's in greens. And because it's wired ribbon, you can just fluff it up. And yes, I'm gonna like this better with the, well, not better, I really like the other one. But I'm gonna like this one as well, because I like the sunflower, butterfly. So, let me turn you back up. See if I can do this. Which way it goes. Here it goes. Hi, Patty. Nice that you're watching. Hi, Sarah. Oh. So I hope you enjoyed my little wreath lesson. Sarah, you caught the end. I just showed the tools at the beginning, basically, because I already had most of this wreath done. I showed the finished wreath in a different pattern. I'm doing this one every other pattern. But I'm going to finish it up now. And next week, you'll get to see this part finished. And then we'll put the sign on next week. And the sunflowers. So, because I don't want the video to go too long, because it gets boring for you to just sit there and keep watching. So I hope you're having great weather, and I have a nice sunburn. Not sunburn, it's turning into a tan. Pink. From being at the lake with Sarah. She had her birthday celebration last on Sunday, and then we had spent the week there a couple weeks ago, and we're going back in another week or two on the 6th, which is wonderful that her husband and I let Megan and I come up and spend 10 days at a time visiting and enjoying the lake. It's so wonderful to be able to swim in the lake, especially when it's so hot. Sunday was so beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed everything. I just can't put my words together today. So I'll see you next week at the same time, and we'll finish the wreath together. So bye.